Good morning, Libra. This is going to be your video. I'm using my traditional tarot deck. It's actually Miss Cleo's, for those of you who are old enough to remember Miss Cleo. But the energy is really easy to read on these cards, and I have been just reading the energy of the cards. I've been trying to get away from like what suit it is, what number it is, just reading the energy of the cards, because I get a more concise reading that way. So if you don't hear me talking so much about what the card is, that's why. So with that being said, I'm going to get some cards for Libra. These are bright and colorful, easy to read, especially when I'm really tired, when I just came off a festival last weekend, and you know, several shifts and really big shifts in consciousness that I had last weekend, which completely drained me. So I am very high vibrational this week, not so focused on what's going on in the physical world, only how it applies to the spirit realm. Sorry, I'm being quiet. Everybody's still sleeping. All right, I need some cards for Libra. They're being stubborn this morning. Let's see what I ended up with. Here we go. Oh, I got one extra. I'll take it because they fell out for a reason. I hate it when my cards get all discombobulated. I'm a little OCD that way. All right. Fortune telling cards. I'm going to pull as many as fall out for Libra. I'm definitely being called to take that one. I'm going to take one more. And this one's sticking out at me right here at the top. It's yelling, take me, read me. Ooh. And we got two Vampire Oracle cards. My Art Oracle cards. And one of my fairy cards. Come on. All right, so here is the first card. I'm feeling pretty confident, really stepping into that God, that goddess energy, really understanding what this is all about. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because we have the yin and the yang card to clarify that. And basically, you are like aligning to your soul. Really blending, you know, your dark, your shadow side, and your light side. And I don't really like to use light and dark as like positive and negative connotations, because I feel like society does that enough. But you do have this whole shadow side, this side of you that you've really incorporated, really learned to love that part of yourself, really shined light on it. when people would talk about this, when I first started on this journey, I didn't really understand it. But really, basically, what it's doing is you're stepping into your role as this divinity, as your soul, um, and really understanding that your ego, the self that you thought was you, took on a lot of conditioning as a result of being human. But you signed up to do this, each and every one of us did. And so you're able to kind of see through the veil and see why things have happened the way that they've happened. That's perfect. You're still feeling pretty guarded, about letting other people in. There's a certain amount of distrust and paranoia with this card. Really feeling very introverted, not really trusting other people. And this comes from, that childhood conditioning, different things that you've learned along the way that, maybe people may not be who they say they are. Their intentions may not be pure. But don't forget that you are a co-creator. And not only are you creating your reality, but you're here to actually have these experiences. These are experiences you're meant to have. And I said something in my Aquarius video that I'm going to go ahead and repeat here. It's like this whole energy of, you know what you want and you're waiting on it. And nothing else will do. Your standards are very high. This is what you want. Nothing else will do. So you're waiting. You're in this waiting energy. Now, while you're in this waiting energy, you're missing the whole purpose of this journey. This journey is not to sit at home and wait for this perfect outcome, but to get out there and experience things. This is what it's all about, and you're missing the whole purpose by not letting other people in. And with expectations. Release your expectations. Your expectations of others. Because when you have expectations, guess what? The universe can only bring to you what it is that you want in the way that you expect it to look. You are tying the hands of the universe. Release your expectations. You know it's coming, but you don't know how. In the meantime, you're going to live. You're going to experience things. You're, maybe, have fun with others for a while. Meet some people. Step outside your comfort zone. This is that watch guard card. Really feeling like you're watching for your ship to sail in. It's almost like this light tower. You're in this light tower and you're waiting for your ship to come in. Well, meantime, you're missing out. Like I said, you're missing out. It's like this whole energy of you put your whole life on hold. Sudden wealth. I don't feel like this is so much. I mean, this can be material goods, but I feel like this wealth here is going to come as like this wealth of knowledge, this downloads of information, these epiphanies that you're going to have when you're going to realize it. And I feel like maybe even I might say something in this reading, you'll be like, wow, and that light bulb comes on. But I feel like this wealth is going to be like a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of remembering why you're here, remembering your purpose, remembering your journey itself. The journey is the destination. You're not waiting on this grand finish line. The journey is the destination. Juggling. You're juggling lots of things right now. And once again, I feel like this has to do with this information highway of really being overloaded, being bombarded with a lot of information from other people. You've got to understand everyone's journey is different and unique. Everyone's. So stop it. And I've said that, I think I say this almost every single time, Libra. Your journey is not going to look like everyone else's. So stop with the overloading of information. It's like you're seeking answers and you have all the answers yourself. You've just got to trust yourself. Call for help, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. I feel like this goes back to that feeling isolated and, feeling like you can't trust anybody. Even when you do receive information that resonates with you, you still are kind of in this in this doubting. Not only do you doubt your own intuition, but even when something resonates, you tend to be very critical of it. Get out. Get out. Spend some time with other people. Because it's not good for you to be so not only be so isolated, but you're missing the journey. It's like you're at home watching it on TV. All right. This here is all about stepping into your power. And how do you step into your power? For one thing, you have faith and you believe in yourself and quit doubting yourself, because you are just as powerful as everybody else. And you do this with experience. Like I said, it's this whole watching on TV, but it's like you want to try your hand at, your power and all of this that you've learned and you've gained, but you're just kind of scared too. You're scared you're going to fail. It's a fear of failure, and you can't fail at this, on this journey called life, this journey of ascension, of remembering who you are at the core, of discovering these gems that you have within. Supernatural, inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly. You are very connected to the spirit world, very connected. And I feel like, you are meant to share this with other people. Maybe some sort of teacher. I'm going to draw a clarifier for this card, because I feel like there's more to the message. Get a clarifier for this otherworldly card. And I got two. I got thoughts. And I got privileged lady. Well, understand this can be privileged man too. So I do feel like you're too much in your head. You're overthinking things instead of just kind of letting the messages flow. Because the messages that you do receive from this supernatural other world are not going to be in your mind. So you really need to practice presence. I really am reading this card as being presence. Now, how are you present? You're not worried about what you're going to do even 5 minutes from now. You're not worried about what you did yesterday. You're not worried about how you can change things. You're not worried about how things can be different. You're not worried about what's going on in other parts of the world. You're only focused on the here and now. Whatever it is you're doing, you're completely focused on that. Like this reading right here, I'm completely present, completely focused on this. With the exception of my phone, which I had to check because I'm expecting a delivery. I apologize. So maybe I wasn't actually as present as I needed to be, so I needed to check myself too. But even driving in your car, pay attention to the road. If you're cooking, if you're doing a recipe, put your all into that. And that is going to be the key for you is presence. Strength. Like I said, somebody might be involved with a Leo. But this is your personal strength. And how do we develop our strength? We develop our strength by having experiences and then learning from these experiences. You know, and sometimes these experiences are painful. And that is how we get strength. We get strength to, we're not going to be scared to put ourselves out there again and get hurt again, because feelings are only temporary anyway. And nobody's ever died from feelings. So you're really being asked to really open up your heart and really have some real experiences where you can gain more strength and more knowledge. Human relating experiences. Hell is hypocrisy. Hell is hypocrisy on, we have this William Blake art card. I'll show you the picture. Hell is hypocrisy on earth. Vision requires not sight, but spirit. Madness in life, genius in death. So hell is hypocrisy on earth. Hell is, you can either have hell or heaven on earth depending on where you vibrate at. Once you can see past all of the illusions and you can see that everything is as it's supposed to be and that everyone is experiencing everything just as they signed up for in their human bodies, having their human experiences, because you are a soul, a spirit first and foremost, not the other way around. These are experiences each and every one of us have signed up for. So really stop judging, you know, and stop paying so much attention to what other people have going on. Really focus on yourself. Vision requires not sight but spirit, and that's exactly what I was talking about here with the thoughts card. You are not going to get there with your mind. You have to get there by connecting to source, and you do this by using your intuition and your feelings, which is why you really need to experience more things that are going to cause you to feel. Madness in life, genius in death. Really, we were born here. We were incarnated here. Even as little babies, we have instilled in us all the knowledge of the universe, but we all have soul amnesia. We've forgotten. So some of us, you know, have started spiritually awakening at an early age, or we were and we didn't know it, and people called it mental illness or whatever else. We were just more sensitive to energy, and people didn't understand it. They tried to, you know, medicate us, you know, send us to therapy, that kind of thing. But all of that is just spiritual awakening and waking up to the fact that there is the supernatural, otherworldly stuff that's going on. Meditation and prayer. When you pray, do not beg the universe for things. You want to be thankful and show gratitude for the things that are already yours, because there is this divine design in everyone's lives that we already wrote the story before we came here. We are co-creating all of the details in between. You know, we're always going to end up at the same destination, but sometimes we might take different paths. You know, we may stray off a little bit because we want to learn more. We want to experience more, because that's what this is all about. So stop begging to the universe for things. Be very thankful for everything is as it should be, and whatever is yours will find you, and be grateful for that. We have these flowers here. I'm not even going to go to the book and read about it. Basically, I feel like this goes along with that King of Swords card, with the gratitude, finding things daily to feel grateful for, finding the beauty in the world instead of the ugliness. Um, this is going to help you because I feel like you kind of get caught up in the ugliness of the world empathically. So you're going to want to find your own beauty, your own peace, find your own stillness. And this will help you to be more present. And when you're more present, you will connect to the very essence of who you are, and those messages will come through effortlessly. Well, Libra, this was your reading. If you would like to have a personal reading through the end of this month, which I know we're at the end of the month, there are 25, I'll include in the description of the video my contact information. Thank you very much for watching.